What if a single 5-second calculation could tell you exactly when your money will double and whether your financial life is on autopilot or falling behind? Imagine lying awake at 3 a.m., realizing your savings could take decades to matter and that a tiny mental trick could change everything. Most people pour money into accounts blindly, but one secret number can show if you're actually winning or losing the time money game. Your account balance can rise while your wealth barely moves if you don't track doubling time. The rule of 72 is like a cheat code for your financial future. Divide 70 to buy your annual return, and you instantly know how fast your money is really growing. 10% returns? Your money doubles roughly every 7 years. 6%? About 12 years to double. 3%? 24 years. 1%? 72 years longer than most lifetimes. Small percentage changes can literally rewrite your financial destiny. Most people don't realize they might be walking up a downward escalator financially. That invisible drag can eat decades off your wealth potential. The rule of 72 makes the invisible. Visible, it turns confusion into clarity. Right now you can calculate your doubling time in seconds and see your true financial reality. If your doubling time is over 15 years, you're silently losing your most valuable asset, time. And here's a hidden truth. Starting early can make small investments explode into enormous wealth. Meet Emma, who begins investing at 24, putting in $250 a month at 10% returns. By 56, Emma's consistent habit grows to roughly $600,000. Now meet Jake, who starts at 34, investing for $150 a month at the same rate. Despite investing more, Jake ends up with only $360,000. The secret? Time and compounding cycles. Emma got for full doublings, Jake only 3. Missing one cycle cost Jake hundreds of thousands of dollars. Compounding is like planting a tree years earlier than everyone else. Early growth is invisible at first, but towers over the years. Each month invested early multiplies your wealth far faster than adding more money later. The faster your engine grows, the sooner your financial goals become achievable. Savings accounts earning 1%. Your money doubles in a lifetime, barely surviving inflation. Government bonds at 5% cut the doubling to 14 years, still slow for long-term wealth. S&P 500 historically averages 10% returns, doubling money roughly every 7 years over a 30-year career. That can create for powerful compounding cycles. Real estate, averaging 8%. Adds leverage and faster cycles through borrowed capital. Volatile assets like crypto or startups can double in months, but panic selling destroys potential gains. The fastest growth is useless without staying invested long enough to benefit. Smart portfolios balance safety, steady growth, and high upside optional risks. Matching doubling timelines to your goals is key. Short-term needs equals slower, safer engines. Long-term goals equals faster, higher growth assets. Even doubling money doesn't guarantee real wealth because inflation silently steals purchasing power. 6% returns with 4% inflation. Your real growth is only 2%. Nominal doubling may look fine on paper, but your purchasing power could take decades to double. Inflation compounds like your returns, secretly stretching your timeline without adjusting for inflation. Decades of saving can still leave you falling short. The real game isn't doubling money, it's beating inflation over time. Historically, stocks return 10% versus 3% average inflation, leaving 7% real growth. Real estate has similar inflation-beating potential. Cash accounts earning 1%. You're losing money every year after inflation. Calculate real doubling. Subtract inflation from returns, then divide 70 to buy that number. For example, 9% return minus 3% inflation equals 6% real return. 70 divided by 6 equals 12 years to double your real purchasing power. That's the number that truly determines your financial progress. Small leaks like high fees or not reinvesting dividends silently slow compounding of $50,000. Savings at 1% is a slow-moving anchor, not a growth engine. The right math shifts your mindset. Wealth grows quietly with consistent compounding, not flashy spending. One $10,000 early investment can become $320,000 over decades with consistent 10% returns. Time beats money. Starting beats waiting. Consistency beats perfection. Every 7 to 10 years, your money should roughly double if you're invested properly. If it's not happening, your strategy needs urgent adjustment. Calculate your net worth. See how many doublings are required to reach your goals. Divide by real doubling time to see your true timeline. If you're behind, only till levers exist. Save more or invest smarter. Everything else is noise, distraction, and lost time. Time, consistency, and direction are the silent builders of real wealth. Plant the right seeds today. Let compounding do the heavy lifting. Your future self multiplies silently while the world chases. Flashy gains, the ultimate financial truth. The most valuable resource isn't money, it's time. Once time is gone, it can never be bought back. Don't wait for perfect knowledge, higher income, or ideal conditions. Start now. Small actions today compound into enormous outcomes decades later. Your early contributions produce returns that produce returns. Late starters pay exponentially in lost compounding cycles. Every year delayed costs future wealth like a hidden tax. Even doubling your money can feel meaningless if inflation erases the gain. Real growth requires beating inflation consistently over decades. Track your real doubling time to understand true financial momentum. Time plus compounding plus strategic growth equals unstoppable wealth engine. Your portfolio should be a machine, not a gamble, stable, fast. And optional growth components together create reliable compounding. Avoid chasing the fastest. Engine if you cannot stay invested long enough. The right combination of assets produces consistent doubling cycles. Small, steady decisions build the financial tower, not sudden jumps. Your net worth can silently explode without flashy attention every 7 years. Your money should roughly double if invested correctly. Miss one doubling cycle, and you lose more than money. You lose potential decades of freedom. Understanding your timeline lets you make decisions with certainty. Time magnifies consistency far more than money magnifies effort. Wealth grows quietly underground before it's visible above ground. Early investments, patience. And compounding cycles beat aggressive guessing. The rule of 72 is your secret weapon to decode. Financial timelines. Inflation is the silent thief. Your real doubling time exposes it. Money without timing is just numbers in an account. Once you grasp true doubling time, every financial decision becomes sharper. Your ultimate lever is time. Every month counts, every year compounds.